Welcome, everyone. Hope all is well. Markets were closed today, so we'll do something a little different today. We'll run through all the charts in Heikin-Ashi, and we'll throw a different stochastic on. And we'll run through the charts, do something a little different, give you a little different look, see if you like it or not. Let's get started. Risk disclaimer. Read it over, and let's go. All right. So let's run through some stuff. First, I want to start off here with CAD Swiss, right? Because on the daily chart, we are getting a fresh stack right here. So we're waiting on a daily pullback. So we're looking for something like this, right? Something like this. You're just looking for a pullback to the 34. And when we get that, we want to take it. So CAD Swiss. And when we step out here to the monthly chart, right? You're getting a monthly signal. We're getting a bearish setup. This setup usually tells us that we are coming back to take out these lows on the monthly chart. And our quarterly S2, next quarter's S2 is down here. Right here is next quarter's S2. So you got a lot of room to run, 62.35. We're just waiting for a daily pullback. This is a pretty bearish monthly chart though, so I do think we're coming after these lows, and we're just waiting on a daily pullback, right? And if we're on the Heikin-Ashi chart, you just got to wait for some green candles, right? You're looking for this. And then you're looking for that Heikin-Ashi close below the 8. The Heikin-Ashi just smooths the chart out a little bit, makes it a lot less noisy. So, right, put CAD Swiss on your radar because you're getting a fresh daily stack right here. You're starting to stack, so all we need is a nice 1, 2, 3, right? Or a 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 swing sequence, or we can even take a 1 swing sequence, right? If it's tagging the 34. So we're just looking for that on the daily chart. All right. That is that. Aussie CAD's running, right? So you got this set up here on Aussie CAD weekly chart. You're going still above the 8. We're in this trade. From down here at the daily 34, right? Like 90, 54, 55, somewhere around there. So you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going. So look for continuation on up to your quarterly R2. Could even blow up past it because we're coming into the end of the quarter and you got new pivots to work with. So, and your next quarter's R2 isn't, I mean, your next quarter's R2 is all the way up at 94.24, right? So your next quarter's R2 is all the way up here, right? Next quarter's R2. And when we step out to the weekly chart, that takes you back up to these highs. So, right, you're buying pullbacks in Aussie CAD on the lower time frame, 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, stuff like that. So one pair I do want to look at is Aussie New Zealand, and I think we got to change this, right? So let me just clear these indicators off, and let me put the chart on just for a minute. I'll go back to Heikin-Ashi after this, but Aussie New Zealand looks like a nice trade. I was looking at this as your A right here, and then all this was your B wave. And I was looking to come break these lows. All right, so I was looking to come break these lows and just making all of this your flat correction, right? You got an A down right here. You got an A down, and then you have a flat in the middle for your B wave. And I was looking for this impulse down, right? To complete this one, and then we would get that final move up, right? To just complete the larger A, B, C. Um, I could have this one wrong though, so. And if we close the week out here and we close the week above this 8, if you zoom into this too, you can see you got a fresh stack on the weekly chart. And if we close above this 8, that is going to change this structure and it's going to change my count. So we are at the bottom of a cycle. We are holding momentum, and we just got done a long squeeze. This is the squeeze indicator. Just tells you the market's contracting. After contraction, you usually get expansion. So we're done this long period of contracting. We got an oversold, right? Oversold stack and holding our momentum, and this count is starting to look like this now. This right here is your W, and then you're coming down here. You have an a W, X, Y, right, for your X wave. Sorry, my keyboard's all the way on the other side of the desk. We'll hide these indicators again. All right, so this is what we're looking at now. And we measure this to the bottom of this. This takes us up into next quarter's quarterly R2. All right, so, and if we measure this right here, that 100 and 123.6 lines up, right? Your 100 lines up with that 100. You got a lot of confluence up here. You got your quarterly R2 just above here, so I do think we are looking for this now. And so you want, as long as we close the week out above this 8, I think you got a lot of room to run here in Aussie, New Zealand. And we're looking for this W, X, Y structure. All right. So you want lower time frame pullbacks in Aussie, New Zealand. All right. Back to Heikin-Ashi. Jump down to the 4-hour chart. Clear this off. Put the indicators on. And we're just waiting for pullbacks now on the 4-hour chart. All right. We're waiting for some pullbacks. And if you look at this piece over here, you see how clean this is? Right? You get 1, 2, 3. Remember what I told you, right? 3 swing sequence. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. And you get a 3 swing sequence to your 34. Here's a nice clean close below the 8. And you stay below the 8 the whole time, right? It's nice and smooth on the Heikin-Ashi chart. So, and then you get another 1, 2, 3 right here, and then you stay below the 8. All right, so we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking to stay above the 8. All right, so we're basically looking for this in reverse. We're looking for a little flat to our 34, right? A 1, 2, 3 down to our 34. Take that bullish green Heikin-Ashi above the 8 and ride it above the 8, right? All the way up to our 100. I deleted it, so but it's right here. All right. All the way up here, right? Like 112. And your quarterly R2 is up here at 112. All right. So you got a lot. We got like 400, 350 more pips we can run out of Aussie, New Zealand. And all we're doing is sitting on hands till we get a 4-hour pullback, right? So simple as that. It's a nice trade right there. So same thing kind of with Aussie dollar, because this thing could have legs to it. You could be building out legs in Aussie dollar. So it's going to be worth taking a shot in Aussie dollar as well. So I do feel like we could take some 4-hour 34Bs if they set up on Aussie dollar, because we go to daily chart and this thing could be ready. We could be going back to these highs here. So this looks pretty bullish, and bulls should do something now, right? So this should go, and we should basically stay above the 8 on the daily chart in the Heikin-Ashi. We should just stay green all the way to this top. So if we start to fall apart again, then we'll go back to the weekly count of this potential expanded flat right here for that one more down. All right, but until this daily chart falls apart, then we're not even going to consider that right now. Right now, this looks bullish. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3. This could be an impulsive move. We're looking to come back after these highs. And 4-hour chart, you're stacked bullish. So you want to kind of ride this stack, right? Take 4-hour 34Bs in that pair. Nothing doing in dollar CADs coming back to the bottom of the channel. We look at dollar CAD. We talked about this. I'm still looking for a big flat right here. All right. We're looking for a big flat. This looks like a B wave. Looks like you're coming down for a B wave. You'll probably get a C wave up and then come back down. And all you're doing, you're just making that ascending channel that we talked about, right? So, this is kind of what you're looking for in dollar CAD. Let's see, what else do we have here? I do like this dollars are, right? So we step out here to the weekly chart on dollars are. We are looking for this flat. And I have the squeeze on here, right? We're on the weekly chart on dollars are. And we're looking for this flat to play out. So we're looking for a big wave up right now to complete this pattern. Just to complete this, and then we could get a C wave down, but we'll worry about this later. But what I want you to pay attention to too is this squeeze right here. So see how you've been in this consolidation for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're starting to break out of that. Now this squeeze could be firing off, right? And you're breaking out counter trend. And I love when price does this. Price breaks out counter trend, and then you get that snapback rally. And it just so happens we have a pattern that lines up with this snapback rally. So, nothing to do right at this moment. We still got our 100 down here at 1781. I think this is going to be a nice trade down here at this 100 for this wave up. All right, for that wave up. And like I said, if that weekly squeeze fires off, then you're going to get this move up, and then you're going to get this move down. So when that squeeze fires off, dollars are should be some good trading. So we'll go for this, and then we'll go for this. That is that. Euros are same thing, right? We look at Eurozar on the weekly chart, and you're in this long squeeze right here. And this is nothing but consolidation, and you're starting to break out to the downside. Counter trend again, right? So we've got orders on here at the 100. We don't want to see it come through next quarter's S1, really. You don't want to see it close, but right. And this thing's got legs to the upside too. So you've been in this long consolidation, and you're breaking out to the downside counter trend. Now you're looking for that snapback rally to the other side. And you do have a pattern to go along with it. So Eurozar is kind of nice. Euro yen, we're still sitting here, right? Still nursing this one. You're up here at the 100, and you're going to get a double top or whatever. We're still looking at this potential running flat right here, right? That's all this is. So we're looking for this ABC. If it is a running flat, we're looking to go, right? You're looking to make like a 10 to 1. If it's not a running flat, then you're stopped out. All right, so that should pretty much do it. I mean, we got good trades on deck. Let's go to NZD CAD, right? Because NZD CAD is pulling back on the daily chart. All right, so we're pulling back on the daily chart. This is the first pullback after the break of structure. And all we got to do is sit on hands till we get a green Heikin-Ashi candle. Or you dive down to the 4-hour chart. All right. And you could take a green Heikin-Ashi above the 8 off the 200. So, and see if this is going to create that 834 cross to the upside, and so on and so on. If we do come down here on NZD CAD, we do make it down here. Now you can pull this structure, and you could buy the break it. You could buy the first high or low on the 1-hour chart or on the 4-hour. We start coming through this structure. Now you can go after the first high or low in the 1-hour chart, because your 1-hour will be stacked to the upside at that point. So we'll see. We'll track this one. There is going to be buy setups in this. So we've been above the 8 though for a number of days. You just closed below the 8. So let's see if we could tag our 34. If we come down to our 34, then maybe I'll pull the trigger. We'll see. Let this thing come down a little more. All right, so that should about do it. Covered pretty much everything I wanted to. And if there's I would be looking for pullbacks in Aussie, New Zealand. Probably nothing really. You would have to let this thing correct down to the 34. But again, you're looking for, if you see anything that looks like this, but you see anything that looks like this, all right, a 1, 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3, you absolutely want to buy in the 4-hour chart. So I think we will be getting continuation to the upside, and like I said, it looks like it could be that larger WXY now. We'll zoom in, and I think we're going to go with this for right now. WX Y, and we're making a zigzag for our Y wave. All right, so you're making just an ABC zigzag for that Y wave. All right, so you're looking for that C wave up to complete the Y. So again, pullbacks are, you want to buy pullbacks. All right, we're looking for pullbacks in Aussie, New Zealand. This thing's been above the 8 pretty much too in the 1-hour chart. So I don't know if I'd take a 1-hour 34B. Let this thing come down. You see any 1-hour double bottoms off the 200? They're going to be nice trades. And you want your 4-hour 34. So that is that. And that's pretty much all I got. The rest of the pair, the majors didn't really do much. You got pound news tomorrow. CAD looks like it's making that flat. Euro's still sitting there. Didn't really do much, so that's all I got for today. Do me a favor, if you like what I'm doing, hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good one.